President Joe Biden hasn't had a day in the White House free of intractable domestic challenges that threaten to doom his presidency. But his hopes of a 2022 rebound are complicated by equally treacherous tests abroad. The United States faces at least two potential national security crises that could explode in short order. First, it must try to head off a potential invasion of Ukraine by Russia in what would be Moscow's boldest bid yet to reshape the post-Cold War order. And unless talks bear fruit soon, Iran could reach the threshold of being a nuclear weapons power and leave Biden with an excruciating choice of whether to respond with military action that could draw the US back into a Middle East conflagration. As grave as each situation is, both in some ways are a distraction from the epical 21st century US foreign policy conundrum: how to handle an increasingly powerful and aggressive China. The intense diplomatic and military attention Washington would need to devote to a showdown with Iran or Russia would delight Beijing after its rise to prominence coincided with the US quagmires in Iraq and Afghanistan. Of course, a restive world could present Biden with unexpected problems. For instance, no president, possibly since Bill Clinton in the 1990s, has thwarted North Korea's nuclear march. And the Stalinist state, marking 10 years under volatile dictator Kim Jong-un, is forging ahead with missiles that could deliver its nuclear bombs to US soil. But Pyongyang is not alone in defying the US. Biden's political fortunes back home have been partly tarnished by rising gasoline prices following his failure to coax major oil producers in the Gulf to pump more crude. The pandemic, meanwhile, threatens to cause more upheaval overseas that could impact US national security. And the Omicron surge could again jam up global supply chains, ramping up the inflation that threatens Biden's Democrats in midterm elections next year. It's not all been bad news for the president, a former Senate Foreign Relations Committee chairman who boasted on the campaign trail of his statesmanship chops. There has been some diplomatic deftness in his first year in office. Declaring America is back, Biden soothed allies bruised by former President Donald Trump's tantrums and insults. He's convinced Western governments to draw up a daunting package of punishments for Russia to deter it from breaching Ukraine's borders and is offering security talks to Moscow in a long-shot bid to ease tensions. Early last year, he appeared to talk Russian President Vladimir Putin down after a previous Ukraine buildup. And while Trump reset America's course in adopting a confrontational posture toward China, Biden has done better in getting US allies in Europe and the Pacific to back US strategy. But his diplomacy has yet to change President Xi Jinping's nationalistic, expansionist path after crushing Hong Kong's remaining democracy, and as fears grow that he might eventually try to reunify Taiwan with the mainland by force, a move that could suck the United States into a disastrous war with its Asian rival.